Looks like I picked up an evil eye pendant here. I'll take the spiritual protection, that's for sure. Cool little piece. Tiny little thing. Here it comes. There it is. Nothing like a fresh quarter in the morning. Covered in... Thanks to the random guy in the red shirt who just asked if I wanted the stuff he picked up off the beach. Looks like two really cool pair of goggles and a pair of sunglasses. Fellow beach coma, but doesn't bring home what he finds. Thanks, buddy. Now, the way this thing feels and the amount of crust all around it, this might be an older coin, because I know this area very well. It's actually pretty thick, and the coins that used to come out of here looking like this did have some history to it. So it'd be interesting to clean this one up when I get it home. Looks almost like a thick Indian head. Now that's a really interesting find, because this isn't really an old area, and that is part of a really old buckle. Those two little teeth and the little design with solid written on it. And I just got a really nice old signal, which was a wheat penny there. So I have to spend a minute and check out this area. For some reason it's picking up some older targets. It's funny, as I was editing my picture of this and I blew it up, I just realized that it doesn't say solid, it says slide. And sure enough, here it is, an antique belt buckle from Paris. Strange little old brass piece, or actually probably more copper. Maybe it was a pipe stem. That was a long day, but we don't normally go with a beach hunt without hitting a ring. Yeah, it looks like it's stainless steel. Well, we did get one ring though.
Rang up like a gold. Sound this out.
Huh?
Look at the number on it.
Oh yeah, gold.
Yeah.
It's not gold. Well, I just wanted to welcome everyone again as I scaled down into one of my favorite spots. And welcome to another week of some treasure hunting. As you can see, I'm here a couple hours before low tide. So I got a little bit of water in the river. And it is hot out. Let's see what we can find this week. I'm gonna have to actually dive in here and practice my backstroke. Well, I haven't been here for more than about 30 seconds. And as you can see, I brought my hammer to start hacking at some of this really, really heavy, hard stone that I know stuff is impacted in there, but I could never scrape it out. Can you see what just surfaced on one of the pieces that fell out? No, I'm no expert, but that sure looks like... Oh, I just lost it. Look at that. Look at how the mud covered it right up. I'm going to use my other hand because I need that. You know what this is. I didn't lose it. Now this has got to be on the older side because of how low it is. Look at that. It is. What a marble. Let's get that in the light. How about that? I'm glad I brought the hammer. Hacked away a few bits and she popped right out. Can you get a look at that? Excellent. There's bubbles in there. We got something coming out of here. It was right behind where I found that marble just a few seconds ago. I like the way it looks. It's in the lower section, so it could have a little more age to it, but it's going to take a little while for me to get that out without my goofy hands breaking the silly thing. All right, let's give it a shot. All right, I knew what it was about 10 minutes ago. It certainly had the shape of a whiskey, but it looked really good. And I was hoping for some embossing. 1 pint, clear. It's got the, what does that say up there? Yeah, the federal law. Pardon me, I think it just burped. It's decent, not killer. I also got this out of there. 2 cool pieces. Well, if you saw last week's video, you saw how many of these leaves I collected. And I was wondering if there was going to be more. And sure enough, here's the first one. So there's more in here. Strange. Well, I know what that is. How many of you know what that is? I'm just wondering if there's anything written on it. I'm gonna say it looks like a pink bottle, but it's probably clear with some nail polish in it. Let's go back to this. That's an old porcelain bottle stopper, and usually there's some writing on the top. There you go. Ben J. Crate Bottling Works, Red Bank, New Jersey. I get a lot of bottles from Ben J. Crate. And he was a local bottle maker, very well known in the area. And I have a client who actually knows the granddaughter of the Benjamin Crate, Ben J. Cool piece. That's a cool piece. Digging in the mud. Left side this time, did the right side last time. Oh, look at that. So basically what I'm trying to do today is break into some of this really hard clay slash, it's kind of almost concrete-ish, because with a scraper you can't scrape through it. But this is a nice old section. It's just a little cap. I want to break into this. I'm going to see what's deeper in here. It's really, really hard. And I figured I'd come in with a little chisel and see what comes through. That actually worked pretty well. See, although this is a broken piece, that is an older bottle. Now I just have to make sure I'm not chiseling right into a bottle. So I'm going to do a little bit and kind of work it loose. Hopefully pieces will come off in big chunks, and that's when you'll see if there's any bottles sitting in there. Yeah, kind of like that. Let me see what's hiding underneath. There might be a little bottle there. And there's definitely stuff stuck in here. hoping it'd come off in bigger chunks, but I'm trying to be careful. Sometimes once you get it loose, it gets looser. Might be some right there. Might have a bottle, a little mini. Yep. Looks like a flat end on one side, round on the other. But it's a screw top, so it's not as old as I was hoping for. And no embossing. But I'll keep that to the side and see if I can get in here a little bit. And what's going on in here? You see that? Well, that's the size of a quarter, and it's a little rubber something or other. I don't know what it is, but that looked like there was a quarter sitting right there. That would have been crazy. Let's try and take a big piece off of here. It's coming off. I was expecting to see more underneath it. Green glass, piece of wood. Not quite the way I wanted it to go. A little light bulb fixture there. Those shells. That sounds a little better. Something's in there. Look at all that. That's all broken glass. Busted up. A couple pieces of pottery. Just white. I like this in here, but showing much more broken pieces than anything else. Looks like a sneaker or a shoe sitting right there. See this stuff? Oh, can't even pull out. But that's the bottom of some kind of shoe. This is what we call when it starts to get messy. Because well, you might not be able to tell, I'm splashing mud everywhere. Let's go to this side, see what happens. Well, that spot didn't work so well, but I'm banging a few spots out over here, and I got something, looks like an amber bottle coming out right here. But she's stuck in there, so I'm gonna have to get my tool and pry that guy out. All right, that came out kind of easy. It's an Owens Illinois bottle. Nice amber, nice square shape. A strange way the lid decayed on it. I'm not going to bang that out because I don't want to break the lip, but I'm pretty sure it's a screw top. But could put this in the 20s or 30s. I like the design of it. I might have just pulled out another pocket watch. It just popped out of nowhere. Or, yep, just the innards of it. It's interesting. Always a cool find. And this thing is beat up. That is not something I often find here. That's a pretty decent sized bullet. Maybe the first one I've ever found here. Little green-headed fly doesn't mind my peppermint oil spray. Little booger. What else you got going on here? A little piece of an old car, maybe. There's always a lot to look at here. And again, I'm always looking for color. There's a light bulb in there somewhere. Wish I could turn it on. Well, not breaking any records today, but that's just the way it goes. You have good days and bad days, and just medium days. But I did pull out top of a mason jar lid. And I got some time left. I'm not gonna give up. Aside from the bugs now biting me again. Well, that's my second lid for today. But this one's a little bit prettier because it's got a nice little star in the middle. 2 mason jar lids, glass. Just popped out another mini perfume, I believe, and this one has a little embossing on it. Platinum. Kind of wish it was made of platinum. There might be something inside of there. Wow. That might be nail polish because it looks like some of it's still left in there. Although that's not a typical nail polish top. Well, we'll see when I look it up. Platinum. I just picked up this monster insulator. Boy, do I wish this thing was in one piece. Look at that thing. Yeah, don't let that iridescence fool you. It's just what's really inside the bottle. That's what we refer to as a big old slick. I don't mind the J.R. Watkins Company embossed bottle. Early 1900s. Little lip chip. Well, the tide did start to clear off some of the sand here where my second piece of concretion is. As you can see, we can see a lot more around the edge. So I'm going to attempt again to chisel off some of the bigger pieces if I can. Because I do love taking big pieces home and taking my time looking through it. Look at the wrenches coming out of this thing. And the chains. So here's where you got to stop and look each time, because with the pieces I'm chipping off, thing just goes flying. And we did uncover a coin right here that I want to get out before I lose it. Not sure what it is. It looks nickel size, but we'll see. Well, as you can see, directly underneath that nickel was another coin right here. And I'm hoping it's a wheat penny. Kind of hard to tell right now. I'm gonna guess it is. Yeah, and see if there's any more in here. Couldn't pass up these Mexican folk art figurines. As I'm riding my bicycle here, heading to one of my favorite mudlarking spots, I did just get a text message from my twin brother who spent the morning at one of our favorite metal detecting spots over in the bay. He says he had some pretty good luck there this morning, more so actually on the dry sand than he did in the water. So I've got some clips of his success this morning that we're going to tune into right now.
Nice little surprise in the basket. Good old Cracker Jack's toy. Check out that little car. There you go. Might even be a little charm. Cool. Follow the birds. This was an interesting find. The signal is over here. It's a piece of lead coming up as a 15. This never came up, but was stuck to the piece of lead. And look what that is. Is that wild or what? Never rang up. Just happened to be stuck to that piece. Wow, that's crazy. I mean, it's thin, broken, but that's gotta definitely be some gold. Never rang up, just happened to see it there. And right after the chain, pulled up 2 coins. A nickel and a merc. In the same scoop. Look at that.
I always like to see these little porcelain inserts show up. It wasn't here the other day. Mason jars. Listen. Now, if it makes you bend down there, spend a few seconds looking around. So this time I came fortified with a little bit of a stronger plan. I got my mallet and chisel now, working into this harder texture, hoping that I might find something inside this harder rock. You can't scrape this. I've tried 1,000 times, but I can chisel in and break open some of this to see what's behind it. It's just a broken bottle. But you can see these are pretty strong chunks. Is there a bug on me? Sorry. And there's something brass right here. There's something going on right there. Oh, look at that. That might be a door escutcheon, because I see a little bit of fancy right there. How about that? I'm going to break this guy open and see what is in there. Doorknob escutcheon, I don't know how to pronounce that. We'll see. Oh, maybe it'll break up in one hand. Can we do this? Some of it's coming off. All right, let me do this real fast. All right, look at this little treat. How pretty is that? It's brass. You can see the copper showing through. But what a nice little design on that. Let's get it this way. Very cool. Well, that was a great little chip away, because look at what's sitting right here now. And I believe there's definitely embossing on the side there. And it's an amber. Looks like there's a cool piece of pottery right here. Oh, look at you. And I'm gonna try to get this bottle out without breaking it. It looks intact, but she's still in there quite, maybe not so tight. You're gonna come out of there. Oh, there's more of you. All right, let me get my scraper out. I'll do this a little bit more delicately and see what we have. All right, yep, it's in New York. I believe it's a clay, H clay clover. We've got, clean it up a little bit. Embossing on all four sides, Clover's Imperial Medicine. Very cool. Ah, you can see some of the medicine still coming out of it. Oh, it kind of smells too. See, this thing's got, oh, smells like turpentine. I wonder what they use that medicine for. Get out of there. I have to kind of remember that some of the things that I find cool to do, people might actually find cool to watch. So I buried this little chisel in here, and I see a big clump loosening up. So let's see what might pop out. Nothing might pop out, but something might pop out behind this as it falls. Whammo! Like I said, nothing. Just a lot of clump. A lot of glass. No marbles. No one. Okay, I'm gonna scrape around here. It's a little cap. Oh, there might be a bottle right there, but it looks like a twist off. Let me work on that and see if it's something special. Guess what just showed up right here? Another escutcheon plate. And it looks like it seems to have the same design as the one I just pulled out. We might have a second one. Cool. Well, the bottle that came out was just a ketchup. And I've got a lot of those. I can't take any more of those home. But I did get another escutcheon plate. Very similar to the one. Almost maybe an exact duplicate. Actually, it might be a little different. I have to compare the two. But I do like them. Look at you. Yep, I think she might be a little different. I'm going to do something cool with these things. I don't know what. I got to get the bend out of this one. Very cool. And maybe we'll do one more big reveal. Without knowing anything about what's behind this big clump, it's about to come down. Ta-da! That's some kind of metal, junk. I don't see anything, bunch of glass. Any color? Nope. Anything behind it? No, I'll take a few more pieces down. It's kind of fun. I really had a tough time figuring out what this was, but I liked the shape of it until I saw that little nub in the back. I think it's one of our slightly more modern pipe balls. Yep. It's not clay. Yeah, it's not clay. I'm gonna guess this might be wood. Inks and smokes. I think I may have finally pulled out a slightly older bottle here intact. I think this is a Crates soda bottle, but I've been wrong before. No, it's a tulip. Look at that. Okay, I like the design of this bottle. I like how thick the glass is, because this could be, I'm gonna guess, based on the thickness, and there might be some tiny bubbles in there. I'm gonna say this is early 20s. There's a patent date there somewhere. Fluid ounces. Did I say tulip? What a knucklehead. It's julep with a J. But that's got some history to it. Great bottle. In great shape. Well, just the other day I pulled out 2 clear ones of these, and now I think I have a nice, pretty blue one intact. Look at this guy. Almost a little bit more on the greener side. How pretty are you? Well, it doesn't look blue now, but I did that because it looks like it's got quite a few bubbles in it too. Awesome mason jar lid. Well, the mason jar lid was not alone. Look what just popped out. Pretty white marble. Just one of them though. I never score 2 at a time, and I very rarely leave here with more than 2. But I always seem to get one. It's strange. That's my limit. That's what they're gonna allow. Interesting piece of brass. Or copper. It might be brass. I thought I saw some of the yellow coming through. Someone lost their arm. How's that? Well, look what decided to show its face. I'm gonna guess it's a wheat penny. And interestingly enough, I don't get a lot of coins here every once in a while. And it is, there's Lincoln. And there's the 1 cent. All right, I'll take it.